Carpe Caster when hunting up in North Texas. I've got a beaver out swimming in the middle of the lake. That's going to be the first target of the evening. I've got some ducks in the far distance, so I don't want to be shooting towards the ducks. And right now I've actually left the rifle on the tripod and I'm setting up another camera, getting that camera going. I showed up earlier on the property. I've been all over the property looking for hog sign. We're going to get the hogs in just a minute. Now the big picture that you see is with the RIX Storm S3 thermal weapon sight. And then the little inset picture you see is with the RIX Pocket K2 thermal scanner.
Alright.
Now as I get adjusted on the shooting sticks, tonight I'm going to be shooting some Hornady SST 123 grain bullets loaded by Druid Hill Army in the Starline brass that is traveling somewhere over 2,600 feet per second. I don't know exactly how fast because my chronograph is an old crony and it's not quite as functional as it should be. It needs to be replaced. And so I've gone ahead and ordered one of these Garmins. It's supposed to be really cool. But if you know anybody that needs parts for an old crony, let me know. Alright, need to let the beaver get past the two geese. Alright, here we go. As you can hear, the report startled the geese. I'm going to get zoomed out, and I'm looking for a body, and I'm not seeing any bodies. That's unfortunate. So I stayed at the lake, waiting for more beaver, and while I'm waiting, spied some deer in the distance. The one in the middle of the screen is there at 390 yards. And then I noticed this little object that had floated up to the surface from the area that the beaver was shot and has drifted over towards the middle of the lake. And that's going to be my dead beaver. So when I arrived on property, I cruised around looking for exactly this, and this is the one field that seems to be having the most damage. The green on the left is a neighbor's winter wheat patch. That's where I would expect the hogs to be, not in the coastal field that you see here that has been rooted. Now part of what you see is old rooting that has been rained on. We had rains 2 or 3 days ago, and part of this stuff is just completely fresh. It looks like it was done this morning. So I know there are hogs about. Now this rock that you see is on top of a hill, and this hill overlooks quite a bit of the surrounding area, and this is one of my favorite places to park on the property as an observation point. And I now see the hogs have come in and rooted up these 2 big spots. It's like they're taunting me. Well, carpe sus! From that rock, I did see hogs, and there they are. They're just down the hillside. And I am partway through my stalk at this point, and I'm trying to move out further and further into the field because I know some of the hogs are back underneath the, I guess that's a pecan tree, there in the brush. And so there's about 7 or 8 adults, and I know there's some little ones. I've seen some little ones, but I don't see them right now. Alright, 155 yards. Here we go. That shot was through the neck and below the spine, and so was not immediately incapacitating. These next shots, the next 3 are all going to be low. I am watching over the top of the crosshairs. That's bad. 3 of these next shots connect. Nice flip right there. And a finishing shot on my opener.
In the trees.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
I was able to recover a 115-pound boar and a 125-pound boar. Moving on to the next property, I hunted hogs here last year, and I've started hunting hogs here again recently because the hogs have returned. And the landowner said while I'm at it, I can take out armadillos and coyotes as well, and we've got an armadillo right here. Here we go. And just like that, from an armadillo to an armadillo. So here's the visual proof for the landowner. Now the way that I'm hunting this property is I'm moving through from field to field, and this property is divided into several fields, often with tree lines separating the fields. And so you basically have to go through the tree line or the hedge line in order to get into the next field before you can see anything. So when I get to that point, I stop, I get out, I scan that field, and then I move on to the next field as I progress my way through the property. I've now stopped at the center field. I've gotten out, I've done my scan, and I scan over to the right-hand corner which is the corner in which I came in on the property and I'm not expecting to see anything there, and there's the hog right there, just off the corner of my truck. So I slowly move, open up the back door, get out my rifle, walk around the back of the truck, take aim, and drop the hog at 29 yards. I don't know why he didn't run when I drove up on him. I'm guessing it has something to do with the fact that he's missing part of his left front leg. It's well healed, but he is mobility challenged, and he ended up being quite bloody, so I'm not going to go a lot into the pictures, but he did have a nice set of teeth for a 145-pound boar. Carpe sus, my friends.